From war-torn to Warsaw, how Dnipro has united a nation. The whole of Ukraine has cheered on Myron Markovica's side, which has not won a trophy for a quarter of a century, and it will be well backed once again in Poland. As the final whistle brought a close to Dnipro's Europa League semi-final victory over Napoli, the Ukrainian side knew it had achieved something remarkable. Fans poured onto the Olympijski Stadium pitch in Kiev, wildly celebrating the club's passage to its first major European final. Seeing off Napoli was an achievement in itself, but the huge obstacles Dnipro has faced this season elevate its run to the final to a higher level. Despite being based in Dnipropetrovsk, more than 200 kilometers from the conflict in eastern Ukraine, Dnipro was forced by UEFA to play its continental home games in the capital. Myron Markovica's team only squeaked through the group stage but has battled past a string of difficult opponents to make it to the final. With its fighting spirit, Dnipro has given Ukrainians, weary of war and constant political upheaval, a reason to smile. The team has, in the eyes of many in Ukraine, become the embodiment of the struggle of an entire nation. Dnipro have really united Ukraine, Croatia striker Nikola Kalinic told Goal. We have done big things for the country and there will be many fans backing Dnipro in Warsaw, regardless of whether they support Dynamo Kiev, Shakhtar Donetsk or any other team. It is a matter of national pride to be in Warsaw and support Dnipro in the battle for European glory. Since we reached the semi-finals, the whole of Ukraine has stood behind us. It is unclear how many fans of other clubs watched Dnipro's 1-0 win over Napoli and how many will travel to Poland this week, but the near-capacity crowd of more than 62,000 would certainly support the consensus that fans from across the country have followed the club's European campaign. Dnipropetrovsk is 450 kilometers and more than 6 hours away from Kiev by road. This is a trend that has been repeated across the country this season, with Ukrainians willing to put club loyalty to one side to support teams displaced by the conflict. 6 Ukrainian Premier League sides including Shakhtar have been forced to play elsewhere and locals have embraced the visitors, particularly in European competitions. For many in Ukraine, success on the football pitch has offered a rallying cry for the nation. The guys performed a miracle. Markovic told a Ukrainian website after the Napoli game. But this victory was needed by Ukraine first of all. The country is at war, every day our people are dying. We played, by and large, for the common people. Ukrainian fans have grasped the opportunity offered by high-profile European games to express their national pride, as well as collective outrage at Russia's involvement in the civil war. Football matches were used as venues for political protest under Soviet rule, and that tradition continues to this day in Ukraine. As many Dnipro banners as there were at the Europa League semi-final, there were many more national flags emblazoned with slogans echoing last year's Maidan protests. Football has become a focal point for Ukrainian patriotism. Sevilla is the overwhelming favorite, though, to win in Warsaw. Dnipro, which last won a trophy in 1989, has been tactically astute, absorbing pressure and exploiting its opponent's mistakes, but the team has struggled to worry defenses. The work rate of Markovica's team and the tempo of its play has been impressive, but it lacks players with the skill to run at defenders and open games up. In that respect, Dnipro will be relying on Yevhen Konoplyanka, its talented winger, to provide inspiration and create chances for the forwards, particularly the physical Yevhen Seleznyov. Dnipro also leans heavily on its captain, Ruslan Rotan, a pivotal figure in midfield who passes the ball well and arrives late in the box to support the attack. To play in the final will be an honor and a pleasure, Rotan said. People say we've been lucky, but the strongest teams are lucky. We will throw everything at the final to achieve a positive result for the fans. The important thing is to deliver positive feelings for the whole of Ukraine.